time is 6:06 p.m. Trustee Smith left here. Trustee Mitchell. Here. Trustee McFadden. Here. Trustee Tyson. Trustee Webster. Here. Trustee Frank Muse. Here. Also present, Village Clerk Juanita Dice, Village President Fitzgerald Roberts, Corporation Counsel Vaselli, Mr. Cleo Butler, Director of Code Tweet Mills, Fire Liaison Pete McCain, Chief of Police Lee Long, IT Kibani, HR/Treasurer McCaskey. At the last meeting, we wanted to have Trustee T.Tor Webster on Zoom. Electronic participation. Pledge allegiance.
You want to move down?
We're just two times.
Whatever you guys want. I've done it 4 times in my meetings cycle. Whatever you guys want to do. The prayer and it's cool.
Okay, next up thing is the bill list, approval for bills. We need a motion and a second for bills. It was amended. The bill is $190,000. Add some more bills to it. Treasurer.
Yes.
It was amended bill list, correct?
You need amount on the bill list, Treasurer.
I got it right here. $191,190. 191190100.
Looking for a motion for the bill list.
Make a motion. Motion by Trustee Mitchell. Discussion. We got to do a second first.
Looking for a second.
I'll second.
Second by Trustee Frank Mills. Discussion.
Yes. I was trying to get it in on the last meeting, so I'll do it on this one. I need Mr. Verselli. Before we vote on this list, we have Harvey on here for $107,997.40. It was my understanding that we had went to court and the court gave us an amount to pay. This is not the amount, plus the bill that they submitted is substantially higher than this one. They also added late charges. I need to know, does the court order stand? Has it been rescinded? If so, why weren't we notified? If not, the bill that Harvey sends should be consistent to the court order, not something that they just want to send out in a blanket form. They need to be specific.
Mr. Chair, I think the treasurer was at the court table. Madam Trustee, if it's okay.
So, Trustee, real quick, the Delgado group is dealing with the water, not obviously the bricks of Cristaldo. And so we went back and forth to court. The judge asked that we pay, and I know that the mayor had a conversation with Louis Williams, that we pay the actual monthly bill. The back payments, they're still working that part out. We're not actually paying Harvey, it's going to a trust. So Harvey's not even touching the money or seeing the money, it's going to a trust to accumulate, that's also accumulating interest. So we're just paying the actual bill. Now, the one thing that I rose to the attorney, I think her name was Veronica, is that 1 month our bill was 130, and then it was like 111, then it shot to 133, and now this one is 107,000. So you got to try to be consistent, and when a person goes over from Harvard, they're supposed to notify us when they're going, so that we can have someone go there and read the bill with them. So at this point, we are supposed to be paying the actual monthly bill, no back fees, no back anything. We're just paying the monthly bill, which is like 107,000. If you look at last month's bill list, the bill was $133,000. The board approved and paid. So that's where we are now. So the $60,000 was a temporary fix until we got some things situated, and then once we fixed the main water break, we got the water pressure back. The judge then said we're going to pay, can we afford to pay the actual water bill, and we can.
We can pay $4,762,671.80.
That's not the current water bill.
But that's what I'm saying. This is what they're sending us.
No, if you
No,
don't,
that's what we in court with, trustee, we're paying what
So
the
the monthly,
amount is that was sent to us, far as,
usage.
I know all that, what you talking about is a lot of back pay.
That's what I'm.
We're not paying that whole bill. This is the amount we are paying because this is what we use for that month.
So they can't make the bill coincide with what?
No.
So, just to give you an example, they're saying that the actual, they're saying this is an actual reading. The actual reading is $107,995.40 with a $2 administrative fee. Our previous bill was $133,693.97. So, this is what the court ordered for us to pay the actual bill, not the back pay or interest, just to pay the actual current bill that we're using. And so the current bill that we use is $107,000 that we used for last month, including this month. This is the actual live bill that came in right around the 13th, I believe it was, of November.
I'm still not understanding. Okay. I'm not understanding.
This other bill,
$191,190.
I'm looking for a motion to pass the bill.
Okay, we already had a motion, your motion was by,
Okay, roll call, please.
my motion was by Mitchell, second by Frank Muse. Trustee Mitchell?
Yes.
Trustee Webster?
Yes.
Trustee Tyson?
Yeah.
Trustee Frank Muse?
Yes.
Trustee McFadden?
I get it.
Trustee McFadden?
Bill.
I would say yes, Kenny, we get a clarification on this bill from her.
And Trustee Smith is absent. Next on the agenda is approval of minutes, October 22nd. Need a motion and a
I'll make a
second.
motion.
Motion by Frank Muse,
I'll second.
second by Webster. Trustee Frank Muse,
Yes.
Trustee Webster, Trustee Tyson,
Yes.
Trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
Trustee McFadden,
Yes.
and Trustee Smith after we have 5 yeas. Next on the agenda is the ordinance increasing salaries for certain elected officials of the village of Dixmoor, County of Cook, State of Illinois. We do have the ordinance, but I guess the board have to come up with an amount on here. If you look at the back page. Can you speak it over?
Yes, so ladies and gentlemen of the board, good evening. Thank you all. There are a couple blanks in there, and that is the amount of the ordinance. Because we are coming close to the election season for the municipal elections, we really have to do this at this meeting if we're going to do it. This would also entail establishing an inauguration date because of the terms of office and when you have to do it, meaning 180 days before somebody takes office. The blanks the first issue is this. If you look at Exhibit A, you'll see numerous blanks on there. Those blanks are essentially, it's not ours to pick what the corporate authorities believe should be the compensation for the next set of trustees, the set of trustees elected after that, the clerk and the mayor in the next terms. You cannot change your salary during the term of office. So we need to fill those numbers in. It's not ours to determine what that number would be, to be honest with you.
So right now, the trustees make $8,640 annually.
So it's about $700 a month.
720, yes.
So what you saying?
So what I'm saying is the first thing we need to do is to determine if you're going to increase it, what would it be increased to? Because there's a blank. This is something we can't leave blank in an ordinance. How much would the increase?
So 900 times 12 is
81.
81.
No.
No, 12 times 9, 10,000.
10,800.
So you're trying to increase it, what, $300, $200?
Trying to increase it, 1,000.
Okay, $1,000.
But you gotta say, no, it's $8,640 now, but you wanna take it up to?
If you go by your monthly is 720,
720.
You gotta add
720, right?
Right.
So if you want to take it up to.
That's before
if
tax.
you want-
Yeah, we're going to change it annually. In the form, it's annually. But
So it's $720 right now, and it's annually $640. So it's $720 a month, and annually it's $8,640.
So the additional. I said 30.
It's not, there's no statutory requirements. Some villages have more, some have less. There's really not. If you ask me like what other clients did, honestly, it's all across the board.
So you take all the officials,
So
that's
after taxes,
$300
probably
more.
walk away with about
So you want to increase everyone up to $300 more a month. Is that what the thought would be?
Yes.
And again, it's just,
So
it's
it's
not,
$1,020 a month.
and it doesn't go into effect up until the next term of office.
So it's $12,240. And the mayor would be a little more.
That's-
So what we doing, looking for a motion?
I just need to know what number you want in there if you guys want to do it.
We're going up $300.
Okay, so, understood, we will, with everyone's permission, we will adjust Exhibit A to evidence $300 a month for an annual amount. Does anyone have any objections to that?
No.
Trustees?
So you looking for a motion to pass, right?
So then the so there's been no, Exhibit A is going to be changed. We do now need a motion to pass it.
I make the motion.
I second.
Motion by trustee Mitchell, second by trustee Tyson, to go up $300 in everybody's salary for it.
$300 a month.
Next,
$300 a month
next term.
for the next
Next
term.
term.
Next.
Trustee Mitchell, discussion.
Just to be clear, it's for anybody that wins,
Yeah, for anyone who wins.
wins the election.
Yes.
No, it's on what?
No, he says pay you back.
That's what I'm saying, somebody wins and then we're voting for the new.
Your seat will not be eligible to it till 25.
Right.
Okay, so, next.
Right. Trustee Mitchell? Right. So you're you're running,
So, go on.
you're running, so it's your seat, you Tyson, you, Janita, and Webster. So it's not for the other two people, they have to wait till they term in 2025.
Other 4 or 5.
Right, the other 4 or 5. So the only,
We'll kick you into two readings.
to 2025, if you win, you'll be in next, in 2025.
What did you say?
Correct, 100%. The 3 seats that are up will go up.
Right,
The other officers that are elected will not go up.
right.
Because you cannot increase the compensation for an elected official during their term of office.
I make the motion.
It was by Mitchell, and it was second by Tyson.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yeah.
trustee Mills,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
No.
trustee Webster,
Yes.
and trustee Smith is absent. So you got 4 yeas, 1 no, and 1 absent. An ordinance approving an amended regulation concerning defacement and destruction of property within the village of Dixmoor, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Do you want me to talk about these two? So we have 2 ordinances before the board tonight that are somewhat related. One is regarding the defacement of property, which is essentially a prohibition on spray paint and vandalism associated with spray painting. We have talked about this before. We checked the law. We updated it in accordance with recent legal requirements. The other, and what this does is it requires the fines to be the parents of the persons, the offenders, if they are minors, their parents would have to pay as well, so they can be held accountable for it. The other one is air guns, which the clerk was kind enough to mention. Think of that as BB guns. So BB guns are paint guns. So if someone brandishes, for example, a BB gun or a paint gun or something like that, same issue, they can be barred from brandishing them if they are minors and they if there are costs or fees associated with them using them, discharging them, the parents, if they're minors, could be held liable, and they would be incurring all costs, including attorney's fees, in the event that if they're found liable for it.
So the fines start, what they ticketed from where to where?
So fine would be capped at $750, but there could be costs involved. So if somebody breaks a window, if somebody uses a paint gun that defaces a village sign, and then the parents could be held liable for it. They don't have to be held liable for it, but they could be held liable for it. So those are the two interrelated ones. If you want to pass them now, if you want time to think about it,
No.
Sorry? Okay.
No, I won't think about nothing because these, and I'll let you chime in 1 second. Here an incident where me, myself, almost, if I wasn't thinking properly, I would have shot a young man. There's 5 of them. One of them displayed a BB gun that looked like a real gun. I was in my backyard and he pointed it at me. But when he saw me reach back my side, he ran. So that's one of the things that let me know that was, it wasn't a real gun. But they were kicking people, gates in, kicking on folk doors, running down people's cars. And 2 of the young men was from Harvey and 3 of them was from Dixmoor. So I had the officers when I called the chief. We got all the guys and we actually talked to their parents. Now all the parents, one of the parents act like, it's not a big thing, but we're not gonna have that out here because number one, by them displaying that gun to me, I mean, it looked so real because they had the extended clip and everything. They painted it all black and it looked like a real gun. Like I told the parent that was kind of nonchalant about it, I explained to him, I say, if he point that at the officer ain't got time to decide if that gun is real or not. So we got to get a hand on it, and then also to go with the spray paint and stuff, they started to write Letter King on all our stop signs all over the place. We didn't have that out here. We're not going to have it out here. If they get caught doing it, I went and I spoke with Trino and I let him know, hey, talk to some of the guys around here because they got spray paint. So now what we do, we'll start enforcing it. If the police see them with spray paint and all that stuff, then their parents going to have problems because they should know what their kids doing. These boys running around, it was kind of dark outside and they was in the alley over there. But like I said, when I said something to him, he draw the gun.
So my question was, you said in certain cases the parents are responsible. What is the determining factor when the parent is responsible?
Up to 18 years old.
Okay, so the age.
The age, yes, the age of the learning, right. And then you can go after the parents for the fees or the costs, and that would be essentially filing a judgment against them. If we didn't want to, we wouldn't just file a judgment. Like if it was a one-off from it, the thought would be if the parents are knowingly involved in helping them conceal the weapon, for example, or something like that. It may be a determination, or it happens a lot with the family, and the parents are clearly involved, and you can go after the judgment for that. And that's just something that gets done in a lot of municipalities because it creates a deterrence because the parents that oppose at home ownership.
And we'll make sure this get placed on the website. Make sure it get placed on the website. We'll get the news out here to the parents if I ask somebody to go around and put an ordinance on everybody's door because that's very serious. These young boys and these guns, it's serious. Thank God we'll be in an incident now. We never want them getting shot. But from what I'm understanding, also Janita's son was telling me he was outside the other day and 5 boys. We got to be pretty much the same guy. One of them displayed the gun while he was outside, and then took off and ran through the lock to see it's not.
It's a game to them.
I guess they mess around and get hurt. So I tried to let their parents know when we spoke to their parents. So I don't know if the parents can do something with that, but
the next night, maybe let you know the date. need to come down and identify, you know.
Right, so we trying to hedge this off what happened. Yes, trustee?
I just want to make sure that I have the understanding. The parents will be held responsible if the juvenile, if it is a juvenile.
Right.
Yeah,
But did I hear correct that some of them may not be fined?
some of me not be what?
Some of the parents may not be fined.
We don't have a legal right to impose so can I just read it? It's kind of easier. Any parent or legal guardian having custody and control of a minor who violates the provision of Section 2, which is, for example, the transferring of air rifles to minors, carrying or discharging air rifles to minors, shall be personally liable for any and all costs to the village or any other person or entity. So they will be liable. It's whether the village wants to pursue that liability is where it really lies in.
Okay.
So we could make it, the judge, for example, could issue a citation and then, there could be an order that says you're gonna have to pay this, or we go after them, there's costs, and then we don't pursue it because clearly the parents had no idea what was going on. But the legal liability, our rights, is to impose this against the parents. Whether we pursue it is something that would come back to this board.
Okay, so
Or the adjudicator.
it has to come before the adjudicator first.
The adjudicator always first.
Okay, so.
Unless they plead guilty. If they plead guilty, then you're just paying. But we're not talking about that, really. I mean,
Okay, because I just want to get the correct understanding before I make my decision.
yes.
And for my part, I haven't seen a BB gun or an air rifle that looks like a toy. I just haven't seen one, maybe y'all have. All the ones I've seen are real. I know because boss knows I showed him one, and it looks absolutely real. And it is not, remember the one I showed you?
And they metal.
Right.
That's where they make them now. They look real, got the sliders and everything.
Everything on it.
I'd just like for us to make sure that we have those ordinances so we know how to,
Right.
They'll be in place and be signed off on.
yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I have the right clarification.
Yeah,
Okay.
put it on the website. Your department need one for every car, they have it.
We gotta have statute, so that they also in charge.
You will have it.
Okay.
Okay, now, one more thing, with the air rifles, the pellet rifles, the BB guns. The last time I bought mine, I had to be 21 and have a FOID card. Is that still the requirement?
Not for BB guns.
So a young person, 16, can go in there and get a BB gun?
Yep, and his mama can be charged.
Yeah, also you would have one too.
I thought they had to be, yeah, they have to be 16.
No.
With the parents'
No,
permission?
he can get a FYD card at 12.
No stuff. All right, I thought it was 16, okay.
So,
That's why we need clarification.
From my experience, if somebody swings a gun toward, you say drop your weapon, and they swings a gun towards the cop or officer, whatever, a suicide by cop, because they know that they may be shot if they do something like that.
But not if I have a toy,
How do you know that's a toy? That's what I'm saying. If you swing it my way,
because I'm a kid and I only play with toys.
that's
That's
what
what mama don't
let's
say.
see the thing about it. It's like you put this law into
That's
place.
what mama don't say.
You put this law into place and make sure all parents get it.
That's it.
Yeah, we need to.
Let's go, let's solve a lot of that.
Can we put this at the school, maybe?
You put it everywhere.
But I'm just saying, that's like
Yeah.
a point of contact
Yeah.
for
The school, make sure, make sure they're posted in the churches around the office.
We'll post it,
Nothing wrong, no.
we'll post it and get it going, put it on the website.
Okay, I have my understanding.
Okay, so we gotta vote for these two ordinances. Looking for a motion to pass it. Well, you can explain the other ones if you want, but, and, we
Okay,
can
we
pass
can-
them all
let's go
together.
with
Yeah. Does anyone have any objections to voting on both of these ordinances at the same time?
no.
I know.
Okay, so we're gonna vote on the ordinance approving and amended regulation concerning the defacement destruction and the ordinance approving and amended regulation for the use of possession of air rifle. Need a motion in a second.
Looking for a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by trustee Mitchell,
I second.
second by trustee Mills. Trustee Mills,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
and trustee Smith is absent. 5 yeas, 1 absent. Next on the agenda is a resolution approving Cook County government surplus property damage. A resolution approving Cook County government surplus property donation, private program for heavy equipment.
Looking for a motion.
I make a motion.
Roll call.
Who made the motion?
Frank
Motion by Frank Stevens, second by Tyson.
Trustee Mills,
Yes.
trustee Tyson, trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
and trustee Webster.
Yes.
5 yeas, 1 absent. Approval of the tax levy May 1st, 2022 to April 30th, 2023.
What was that? A tax levy.
Tax levy.
I make a motion.
I second.
Motion by McFadden, second by Mills, right? Vice Mills. Trustee Frank Mills.
Yes.
Trustee McFadden.
Yes.
Trustee Webster.
Yes.
Trustee Tyson. Trustee McFadden.
Yes.
Did I say, oh, trustee Mitchell? I'm
Yes.
someone else. And trustee, Smith, I'm looking at someone else. I'm texting you. We gotta go back to a resolution ratifying approval of expenditure in connection with travel on behalf for the village of Dixmoor, Cook County, Cook State of Illinois. Did the board approve the travel?
Yeah, we're putting it in writing.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought we approved that at the last.
We did, we're just putting it in
We have to
writing.
vote on it again?
Yes,
Oh.
we're just putting it in writing, yeah, we're just putting it in writing.
Motion by Mitchell.
I have a question.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Trustee.
question.
We gotta put a second on the floor first.
Somebody motion?
I make a
There's a
Oh,
motion.
second. Discussion. So I noticed that it had the particular, travel city, so we have to do it for each time? Or I thought it was just for any time?
We added that in there because it was out of state travel. That we
Oh,
wanted to document. We wanted to create a record.
oh, okay.
We're not talking about driving to downtown Chicago. Not that that's not important too, but it's
Yeah, but so every time we will need to do that though?
every time. If
If
we,
it's out of state, I'm just saying, I don't,
I'd like to do it every time we go out of state. We can also do it every time we do it in state as well,
Okay.
if that's what the board
I'm
wants.
just curious because I thought it was like for travel.
Yeah.
I didn't realize or know that it needed to be documented for that particular occasion.
I'd like to have documented if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Especially
curious.
out of state, it's a little bit more intense.
Okay.
Use and everything like that. We can always document it too. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Here,
Yes.
We'll just always document it, we'll go from there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, trustee Mills Springs,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee Tyson, trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Webster,
Yes.
and trustee Smith. We had something else that's not on the agenda. I guess trustee Tyson wanted to talk about his issue in closed session. What was the first decision to talk about that?
No, you can talk about it now. There's open comments now.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's open comments.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't see anything.
Okay, go ahead.
With Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody knows about the team being competitive all the way through, but now, like, we are a step ahead with national team, and we are on our way to state champions and regional champions. I know you guys don't understand it all the way, but we're the best in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, everybody in our region, and we earned our right to Disney.
Amen.
So the first time in history in Illinois that a 10U group has earned their right to Disney and will be the first ever in Pop Warner history to win a national championship. You know, thank you, man. And I know sometimes, like I said, people hear winning and they get used to like, oh, good job, good job, good job.
What's up with the ring?
So the ring here is just an example. You can pass it around. Because I'm going to bring you guys back once. You know, this is the state championship ring. You can pass it down. This thing is really, really heavy. And,
Nice.
But- right, the date, December 1st to the 10th. December 1st to the 10th. So, get to it. This thing is really expensive. This is by far the most expensive trip. Pop Warner is the big daddy of them all. This is a $40,000 trip. And we have 25 kids going. And look, I made a campaign for 20,000 in 20 days. I didn't want to come to you guys right away. I wanted to show that we actually were going to work. We were outside on the corner, raising funds. We was in front of the fruit market. Got $3,300 on the GoFundMe so far, but we have to close out and we have a deadline on Friday. And we never had it like this before. $29,000 has to be paid on Friday. You know, I know, like I said, the others had their own bills and everything like that, but this is something that, like I said, I took it on myself. Like, look, we earned our way. Sometimes, if you can read through what I'm saying, they try to eliminate teams from going because they don't have the funds and they're not privileged enough like a up north. You get what I'm saying without saying the towns. They don't expect us to do this and you get eliminated and our kids never get a chance to go. I'm not letting that happen if it's up to me. So I'm reaching out to everybody that I know and call some of you guys personally. But this time, like, I had to bring it to the board because this is really, really important. And those kids are 3.2 GPAs all the way across the board. It's the first time I ever had a team in Dixon. They helped in community service. They put the mulch down. At the community, they wanted to paint with the mayor, but it looked like he got to it before us. But we're going to do a couple classrooms. But bigger than that, they earned their way. This is one of the best teams I've ever seen at this age group. And we're going to bring those things back. This is team. 10 of them.
10 of them?
Yep, so my campaign 20,000 in 20 days, but I'm just being realistic. I know it don't work like that. You can't just do what you asked for. So I'm just asking, I don't know, maybe we can shoot some things around, see what they have, and see if we can get something going.
So what is it that you need?
We're looking for a donation. You know, to offset some of these costs. You can look at the thing, like I said, this is the most expensive trip that we ever seen. $29,000 is due in 4 days.
So 29,000?
$29,000 is due in 4 days. Not asking for the whole thing, you're looking to be realistic. I'm asking for some to get close to it. And you're like, why is it so much? You know,
Thanks, not to cut you off, anything for our children. My son was part of your group and everything. He loved it. They kept him off the street. You know, it was real fundamental for him. If I could, I'd send him back. But all good. It's all good. You're all good. And I like what you're doing. It's for the village of Dixon. These children represent the village of Dixon.
They go out, like I said, we wear the name all the way through. But,
so,
you know,
I'm saying with that.
I'm just trying to find out, trustees to speak on an amount that we can agree to, or like, how does this work, you know, this type of thing.
One thing, if I may, Trustee, we support what you guys do in the village. So what you give back will cover the uniforms. So you've got the uniforms covered by me and my family.
Well,
Amen.
thank you. That's what's the part.
Yeah.
So this is something.
I want to see it on. Yeah. I want to see it on ESPN.
Yeah.
Right. So we got. So that was one of the most important parts. Now this is something else that we're talking about. I don't know if you guys used to see the Jackie Robinson teams on the ESPN, the youth team. So this is the football version. We're going to be like that. So when they do the review, they're going to say our name and all of, like, you know, it's a big show. It's the kids, like the junior NFL. We get our teams. I've been waiting on this for a long time. You know, we had the COVID thing. It was cool, but it wasn't like the official one. This is the real deal. We go to the Citrus Bowl, 60,000 people in the stadium. Our kids are going to be there. And we're gonna see.
And this is good for the village.
Yeah, this is huge because they don't expect towns like this to even make it past this part. So I don't know, Clerk, how does it work? Like, what's the next step with this type of thing? Trustee McFadden?
I mean, how much are you asking them?
I don't know.
I'm not asking, do you have the money? Go ahead, Trustee Webster.
I just had a question for Tyson. All these kids are from Dixon.
No, not all these kids. 9 of them on this team.
kids, how many?
It's 25. But, I mean, that would be the ideal thing, if they want to help the kids. Just from Dixmoor, that's what they normally do.
You said nine.
But-
Nine from Dixmoor, yeah.
But the team.
The team is
The Dixmoor Light.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just for whatever makes everybody feel comfortable. I know how it goes, it's different.
No, I mean, you gotta put together a team.
Yeah.
You know, some of them might be, Dixmoor, some of them might be.
We have
all
kids.
represent
They are.
Dixmoor.
But this is to let you know how special the team is. We got kids coming from Kankakee
Yeah.
to play on this team. Elgin, to come all the way out here, to come right here to practice in a small game. Like, you don't do that if your program is, you know.
Yeah.
So,
what do we do, man? What's the next step?
what's the next step? What's donation part, like which part do we donate, see, ask, what to ask, like, because obviously it's $29,000, but that don't work like that, you know, so.
Right.
The cast,
Yes, we was next. I don't know.
Mr. McCaskey?
Extra
can
trustee.
you pop your head up for a second?
Yes, sir.
You know this, how this works, I'm just trying to find out what can be asked for, or like, as far as becoming youth funding, thing like that, I don't know.
Well, the first thing you have to ask is how many children that actually physically live in Dixmoor.
Okay, that's not.
And then the board has to decide how much money they want to give per child.
And is that something that we just decide, but I mean, is it a number that we say?
Whatever they come up with, I'll make it work.
Well, no.
Alright, well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is a $1,200 a kid trip, and that's without the flight. That is very, very realistic, what I'm saying. $1,200 per kid without the flight. I told you, I've never seen anything like this until I got the invoice and said, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So how much the parent coming up with?
That's the big thing. Now, the parents supposed to pay $700, you know, per kid and try to fundraise the rest. But we got some hardships, just being realistic. I got 2 kids that's not able to go because of financial reasons. They don't like doing, you know, I mean, I won't talk bad about nobody else. It's just realistic of where we come
But,
from.
excuse me, if they just win that ring, that's their ring. So I say support them. That's a big deal.
It's a very big deal, but I said some people won't know if you, all of us are in different worlds with different stuff. Some people might be in the church, some people might be in sorority, some people might be in this, some people might, you know, it's just, this world is big, you know, like I said, Mr. McCaskey, he knows. You got 9 kids, you know, from here, but 25 total. We do have some kids with some hardships, so.
So what can we do?
Right.
Right.
Yes. So that's why I said we brushed and, you know, tried to put the thing up with the GoFundMe and re-hustled on the corners and everything. We did all the work that we could do, but.
So you can turn it in by Friday.
Right, that's it. It's one way or the other.
So 10,800 for the Dixmoor kids.
Yep. Now, the other towns, they do it for their kid. You know, and I'm like, wow, they front the whole thing with certain stuff, but I understand it's a difference, you know, so.
He said, how much?
10,800 for the 9 kids.
This here we front the whole bill, right?
I see no problem with it. It's $10. It's for the children. If you don't support everybody else, you can support your own children.
But I'm saying, how much is the parent coming up with? How much is the parent coming up with out of the 9 kids?
I told them it was
They coming up with 750?
700, you know, but that's if it's a smooth thing, you know, because some people won't go. They're like, I just can't raise it. You know, I got a couple kids that is just really, really like that. In fact, more than a couple. They just don't have it all the way.
So each person can volunteer and give whatever they want to give, right?
25, I got cut down to 23 because of the situation like I just talked about.
Trustee, how much are you short?
How much am I short? From,
Getting the trip.
The
down in
total.
4 days.
The total.
Getting the trip down in 4 days. You guys was down in 4 days.
yeah, that's what I've been working and doing my little.
But how much are you short? How much you need?
On my GoFundMe thing is 13.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
You got 13,000 over?
I got 3,300 on GoFundMe.
I make a motion for the 10,000.
I can second. But I don't want to be, that's why I said I know this is different, and that's why they're looking at it like this, and that's okay. I just need some advice from here. Somebody just, what can make it work? Somebody speak on it, like if I was this, maybe we could.
So your 9 kids from Dixmoor, their mothers coming up with $750.
They're gonna try to. It's not easy for everybody just to do that, and just, you know.
We just need the 10,000 from the village, McCaskey said he'll make it work. So
We're gonna ratify, if we do approve this, or whatever amount gets approved, we're gonna ratify it at the next board meeting. Because it's not, we can do it because it's under the bills. We can do it as a line item on the agenda that we make an expenditure, but we're gonna ratify it at the next board meeting. I know, that's why I don't think we're gonna have a special meeting between now and Friday. We ratify it at the next board meeting, it's under bills, it'll be a bill.
So now what?
One thing, I mean,
Good enough, second.
I don't know.
I make a motion. You second. So roll call.
Second, okay.
Trustee
Was
Tyson?
it a discussion? Is it a discussion?
Discussion.
Okay.
So my first question is, how is Tyson second? He should be out of his own.
He can second it, but I would say he should not vote on it, and he should not participate beyond that in deliberations. The second only gets to, somebody else can second it as well, but the second only allows for the perfection of the motion to allow it to be brought to the table.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, technically the abstention, I mean, if he abstains, you have to address that, but you need 4 affirmative votes, the mayor would be eligible to vote.
And that's for the 10,000?
So 10,000,
Right.
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
But anything? Mayor?
I would like to see if the parent would come up with it, just being honest.
I'm just letting you know, like with this type of thing, it just don't work like that. If we wait, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Because waiting gets you nowhere. That's why I'm gonna go out there on the street corner. I'm gonna go to the door and I'm gonna go to those people. Do whatever. Friday, yep.
Yeah, you're going to have to, you know,
It's just a waiting process. I was like, okay, they might come in.
do you think you're going to have it Friday?
I said it's gonna be one way or the other. And that comes back what's been going on with me spending out my own pocket, which is very, very, very true. I told the other towns do it where they support their team,
Yeah, why can't support our children?
Just real quick, Trustee Tyson, what is Robbins donating? What are they coming up with?
They, like I said, I gotta ask them the same thing, the same way, but they've been doing it, they donate every time. They donate every time. It's not a question, it's not a call or anything like that. They ask us before we ask them, to be honest with you. I respect it.
So they take care of their own kids.
No, they don't do it that way. They look at it as a team. But each village is different.
Right.
Somebody say, look, well, I don't want to, support somebody from Kankakee. That's fine.
Well, I made the motion, so what's next?
Second.
It
It was second by Tyson.
But
You second, T?
Tyson.
all right, okay. Webster seconded it.
So he gotta remove because he's second.
I withdraw my second.
All right, roll call.
Trustee Mitchell? Yes. Trustee McFadden?
No.
Trustee Frank Mills? No. Trustee Webster?
Yes.
So we got 2 yeas, 2 noes, 1 absent.
It wasn't a no.
Was it no?
No, it wasn't a no. I would like to see what else is being brought to the table before we
Okay.
spend out.
So then we got to do a phone call.
Yeah, that's what I said, we didn't have time, that's what I was bringing to.
We have to do a phone.
Let's do a phone call. Phone call.
Phone poll.
Mayor, you guys will be gone, so we can be able to check something.
I have to do it on Zoom. Well, we get tomorrow.
I don't know, but
Are you, okay, because we're in the middle of a vote. Obviously, trustee Tyson, you understand.
I don't have to.
If you're going to financially benefit from the motion, you should abstain. If,
Or we don't even have.
if that was, I think, essentially, I think what trustee News is asking for is a motion to table having additional information.
Thank you, yes.
All right, so that is.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Go on.
All right. Would it be better, because I understand what stage we in when it comes to finance. We're not Portland, we're not Naperville, so would it be better to readjust something? Because 10,000, like, oh God, that would be at this point, like, this is desperation, would it be better to cut it in half? So I can kind of just, make moves with certain things and, get these kids to where they got, I understand it's a difference when people are paying for a truck that is needed compared to supporting some kids. I know where we at. I know where we at.
I don't get it.
But
our children. Our children, and this is what our children need.
Right.
It keeps them off the street, keeps them out of trouble.
But I'm also understanding, I'm just
Good
trying
thing.
to me, like I said, I would give it 100,000, but it doesn't work like that. And I know, like I said, what town we in, and I know what finances are different. That's why I'm trying to be fair. Would it be okay to cut it in half? Because time is ticking, and Friday, certain things is coming. I'm just asking.
No, I mean,
I'm just asking.
and I apologize, I have to think procedurally from a parliamentarian perspective, how it would go. There is a motion to table on the floor. Respectfully, trustee hasn't been seconded yet.
Right.
But I do think that we debate a motion to table, as we all know. But I don't know if the $5,000 changes people's minds. Like, that's a legitimate, practical request because it is less.
I motion to second the table.
All right, so there's a motion to second to table. And that is not debatable at this point in time. What day would you want to table to, trustee?
Well, I mean, okay, I don't know if this supersedes what he said.
You can vote no or no.
Okay, well, I vote no if he's gonna change his,
Okay, another request, okay.
yes.
So, now, ironically, trustee Tyson, I'm so sorry about all this. Trustee Tyson could theoretically vote on the motion to table, but unless you don't. But there is a motion to table, it is seconded. It is a non-debatable motion under Robert's Rules of Order. Mr. Chair, do you mind if I go through the parliamentarian aspects of this? Got it. Madam Clerk, would you mind calling the roll on the motion to table this?
Trustee Tyson.
Oh, you want to withdraw?
Withdraw.
All right, so, okay, even better. So trustee, no one has any objections with the withdrawal of the motion, correct? No. Okay, so we are back to debate. The superseding motion has been withdrawn. And then, okay, I apologize again. There's been a request for a friendly amendment to reduce the amount of the contribution from $10,000 or in excess of $10,000 to $5,000. Is that correct, trustee? All right, so the proper way to do it, there's one of two ways. Let's do this by a vote, though. The other way would be to see if anyone consented. Does anyone want to make a motion to amend the amount to reduce it from $10,000 to $5,000? I make the motion. That motion needs to be seconded. Trustee Webster seconded. I heard him first. So it has been motioned and seconded to reduce the amount of the request from $10,000 to $5,000. That is a debatable motion, but only as to whether it's appropriate. Does anyone think it's inappropriate to reduce the amount?
No.
Then it would be otherwise non-debatable. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll?
Trustee Tyson Campbell, trustee Tyson.
Well, this, yeah,
I see.
Trustee Smith is absent. Trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
No.
trustee Mills.
Yes.
okay, so now we are at a substantive motion to grant the request for $5,000. And that's it. If we get through this, we're done. There's literally no other permutation of this.
See, what now?
Now we vote on it to 5,000. The last one was the procedural thing to bring it down to 5,000. Sorry.
Okay.
We need a motion in a second.
Looking for a motion to,
You said it
I make the motion.
Oh, question. You
Yes.
said it needed 4 votes,
4 votes for the expenditure.
so you had 3 votes yes, 1 no, 1 absent, and 1 abstain.
Right, but that was for the substantive matters, 4 votes.
now it's
And the mayor would be eligible.
for the, what's the name?
But this, yeah, now it's for the real vote. That was procedural. That was procedural to adopt the friendly amendment. So now we have the substantive motion and the expenditure of the
So
$5,000.
now you're looking for a motion for the expenditure of $5,000 for the Dixmoor Viking football team. Looking for a motion?
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Mitchell, second by Webster. Trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Frank Mills,
Yes.
trustee Smith, trustee Tyson,
Abstain.
and trustee McFadden.
No.
The mayor's eligible.
Yes.
You have 4 yeas, 1 abstain. I mean, no, you had 3 yeas, 1 absent, 1 no, and 1 abstain.
Where you got to abstain from?
Tyson.
Tyson. That's 4. 4-1-1.
No,
Information.
yeah, right, you got 4 yeas, 1 absent.
411,
4-1-1.
information.
No, you got 3 yeas, 1 absent, 1 abstain, and 1 no.
And the mayor is eligible to vote.
Right.
So that's the 4th affirmative vote.
Mary Lou?
He said yes.
Any citizens comment?
We got to do that.
Closed session, any closed? No closed session?
Closed session? Yeah, it's quick. We had,
We had a motion to second.
Motion second close.
looking for a second. Closed session.
I'll second.
Roll call.
By Mills, second by Webster. Trustee Mills,
Yes.
trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson, trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
and trustee Smith.
Police assistant.
You gotta say what you gotta make it all first.
Y'all can work on that later.
No, you don't, you give people accept the letter before you hire them.
Okay.
Okay, so we looking for, motion for
6 officers.
for the 6 officers,
1 is
pending their waiver from the state and training board. Looking for that motion.
I'll make about the assistant.
I'll make a motion.
You do that second.
He's breaking it up.
Roll
Okay,
call.
who made the motion?
Tyson.
Tyson made the motion, who second?
I'll second.
Roll call.
Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Mills,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
and trustee Smith. You have 5 yeas and 1 absent.
Okay, we're looking for a motion for the police assistant, part-time police assistant.
Yeah.
Here with her background, everything come out.
Background, yes. I mean, I mean, yes. Looking for the motion.
I'll make a motion.
Looking for a second.
I said,
Roll.
Moved by Webster, second by trustee Mitchell,
yes,
trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
yes,
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Mills,
Yes.
and trustee Smith.
Okay, now the motion for the,
public works.
yes. I mean, yes, the public works guy.
I make a motion.
Motion by trustee Mitchell,
I second that.
second by trustee
Roll call.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yeah.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Mills,
Yes.
and
Looking for a
trustee
motion
Smith.
to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Motion by,
Roll call.
who made the second?
Trust,
Tracy.
Tracy. Trustee West.
You leave?
Yeah, I'm getting out of your face.
No, you don't leave yet. Motion by you, second by what, trustee
My
Mills?
left man.
Clerk.
Tyson, it's your shirt.
Trustee Mills?
Oh, yes.
Trustee Webster?
Yes.
Trustee McFadden?
Yes.
Trustee Mitchell? Trustee Mitchell?
Yeah.
Trustee Tyson?
Yeah.
And the time is 7:27 p.m.
You know what you should